Hello, Hellstalkers. This is Derek Klein, and we are here today. John's taking the day off. It's been a little crazy around here the last few days, so we let him sleep in a little bit today and take the afternoon off. We still got a couple of meteorologists here. They'll be taking off as well this week as things calm down just a little bit, but not for long. It is March, and so things will kick back up again, and that's kind of what we're going to talk about in today's show. So excited to go through this with you here today, and we're also going to talk about a little recap of some Florida action, some Georgia, South Carolina action as well yesterday. So I might even take a look at some of the maps from there. So how about that? So hang on tight. We're going to take a look at some of those, and we'll see if we can get this little button pusher to go here. Oh, I know what I did wrong here. Hang on one second. Let's get this to switch over to there. There we go. So, all right. So button pusher should work now. There we go. So first of all, get everybody started. So we want to make sure that you get notified that you get the video stream on our app. So that way, if you are in the field, you're not at a place where you can watch us on Facebook. A lot of you watch us on Facebook. We have a lot of people watching us on our mobile app now. We're actually running numbers between 3,000 and 5,000 people are watching this video every day. So pretty excited to see the success. We're glad that you guys are really enjoying this. But from our mobile app, you can see right here. Let me walk over here. Lightning bolt right there. You see that? Just hit that button right there, and that'll actually walk you through. If I can get the clicker right here, there it is. It'll walk you through to be able to load up, and you can see the stream there. You can tilt it to the side, and then you can see us in full screen mode. Look at that. Look at that face right there. Good looking stuff right there. So there it is right there. That way you can watch us in full screen mode on your mobile app. We also want to make sure that you get notified when we go live with this as well. So if you go on our website over here on your menu bar right there, you see it, the green button right there. Click on that, notification settings, and it's going to take you in where you can actually select up here on the top now where it'll show you. You can select if you want to get them by email, if you want to get them by push notification through our app, and then down in here you can select all the regions that you actually want to receive those notifications for. So real nice and simple. This is actually all on one page now, so you don't have to do that twice. So makes it nice and simple. So let's talk about the forecast before we go back and recap. Like I said, hang on tight with me. We're going to go in and take a look at a couple of the maps that we produced yesterday. So we'll jump over there and take a look at that in just a second. But let's move forward. So we're going to have, again, really nice weather all across the U.S. Not a whole lot of activity over the next couple of days. So we're talking about today. Cold front swept through. It's gone through the Gulf of Mexico. We got dry, stable air. We've got a nor'easter snowstorm happening up in the northeast. So we're dead. Nothing going on today. It's time to get out there and work. Some great weather out in the plains right now. But things are going to pick up. So we're going to, Thursday, nothing. Friday, we're going to see moisture is going to rush back up into the plains on Friday. We just don't have the storm system that's going to really be able to initiate anything the way it looks right now. We'll watch Kansas maybe on Friday, but I'm not expecting anything. So right now we're going to leave Friday blank, and then we're going to go forward here. We're going to go backwards. We're going to go forward here. And so as the moisture evects up on Saturday, this is for Saturday, this weekend, as everything pushes north, we're going to watch this area right here, okay? Not expecting a severe weather outbreak with this by any means, but there will be some elevated thunderstorms as the warm front lifts to the north, and those will actually spread to the north into Oklahoma on Saturday night and Sunday morning. But this is going to be all the moisture that's evecting north over the weekend. So Saturday afternoon, late in the afternoon, expecting some thunderstorms to develop in North Texas. So we're going to be watching that area, okay? As we get into Sunday here, we're going to have a really sharp dry line. It's going to set up right here across western Oklahoma. Classic severe weather setup. Looks like it's going to set up. We'll have morning thunderstorms that will develop again in North Texas on Saturday night. Those will lift and race to the north and east into parts of Missouri. We're going to clear out back here on the dry line. Expect severe thunderstorms with very large hail possible, even some tornadoes, who knows what all. But again, classic dry line setup the way it looks right now for Sunday. This is still a little ways out, so time for things to change, right? It could slow down, move a little west. It could speed up and move a little east. We'll keep an eye on it, but this is basically the general area, right up and down real close to I-35. So that's for Saturday, or excuse me, for Sunday. Now then, let's jump forward to Monday. Monday looks a little bit like a mess right now. So we're going to circle a pretty big area, but we're expecting quite a bit of thunderstorm activity here on Sunday night. So it's going to set off lots of little miniature cold fronts and boundaries, and those will be focused for severe thunderstorms. We just don't know where they're all going to be at yet. But we do know we're going to have the jet stream coming out of the southwest, racing right across this entire area, and it's going to really set the stage for at least potential for hail activity. But there's going to be pockets where it's going to be cool and stable because of the thunderstorms that are ongoing from Sunday. We'll just have to figure out exactly where those are. And so we'll fine-tune this forecast, but again, southern Iowa, maybe into Illinois a little bit, Missouri, Kansas, Oklahoma, down into Texas, we got to watch those areas. It does look like there will be at least a potential for some large hail in some of those areas. So that's what we're looking at. Hopefully if you've got questions about this upcoming severe weather episode, we'd love to answer those questions. Just reach out to us here in the chat. We've got those available for you. I think John's in there right now. He can't get enough, even though he's off. So we got him in there. I think we got Frank and Heather watching it, and we probably got Matt in there hitting the like button as much as he can right now. So anyway, so if you have any questions, shoot those in there. After I get off the air, I'll also take a look and see if I can't help anybody out as well. So there's the forecast. So again, make sure that you're getting the alerts on Facebook as well. You can just go on our Facebook page, just click right here. Got to walk all the way over here. Follow right there. So if you click on that, that'll allow you to follow us. You can see all our posts. You'll actually get notified anytime we post anything. So we post a lot of stuff on there, a lot of data, a lot of hail pictures, anything that we can do to help you guys out. That's our top priority. So we'll keep making sure that you're up to date and alert with the latest on that type of stuff. But again, we'll just have to keep an eye on the weather coming up this weekend, and that's our goal. So I said let's take a look at some hail maps. Let's do that now. So we are going to jump over here. Give me just a second. Boop. I'm going to go to here, and we're gonna load up the actual web page here once I find it. Okay. All right. And then let's get off of the infinite screen of death. Woo! Don't need to do that. And let's go over here and let's take a look at what went on yesterday across the U.S. So we're just going to log into the website here. Nobody copy my password, please. Just kidding. All right, so here we go. So we are logged in. We are ready to rock and roll. We're just going to load some of the recent maps from the last couple of days on here. Let's take a look at Savannah. How about that? We'll start with that. So again, we forecasted. John actually did a really good job of forecasting yesterday. I don't know if you watched it, but we had, again, that hail potential. And so we forecasted right up and down the coast here of South Carolina, right up to North Carolina. We had this little guy here at Myrtle Beach, came through really late at night. Some of the photos that we saw on this particular storm, we'll zoom in here a little bit, were pretty decent actually. We saw some pretty nice photos of a hand with a nice golf ball on them. So really a decent little storm here. Looked like it had a decent amount of quarter and golf ball size hail in this little guy right here. So nice little storm, kind of raced up the coast, and definitely dropped some hail through that area. And then we just had these storms. They would basically pulse up, they would drop some hail, and then they would fall apart and weaken. So you can see we've got these little pockets. We had a little guy right here in Charleston that went through, and then we had some stuff down here by Hilton Head Island. And we can even back up and actually with one of the strongest storms of the day was down here, just missed Savannah. So we had some quarters here race through Savannah, and then basically the hail really took off as it kind of got over the marsh here, but not a lot of activity. We can actually right click on that, and my head will be in the way here, but you can see right here we've got up to 2-inch hail, but only 127 houses in there. So not a whole lot to look at with that one. So let's go back here to our dashboard. Let's take a look at some of the other activity, especially with Florida here. So we'll scroll down here. Let's take a look at Orlando. There we go. All right, so we got Orlando now, and we got Daytona. So these were some pretty serious storms here. So I don't know if you watched yesterday. We went live as the storms actually moved through Orlando. Pretty good little storms right down here in Orlando. Let's go ahead and zoom in on this area. It wasn't the entire city of Orlando that was hit. And for the most part, we're expecting most of this hail to be fairly isolated, okay? So there were some chunks of big hail. So we're talking, some golf balls that came down in Orlando, some quarters here in the yellow, but it wasn't real dense. There wasn't a whole lot of big hail. And that's pretty common in Florida. It's really tough to get big hail going in Florida. In some respects, it may not take as much to damage roofs. Obviously, cars, they damage the same no matter where you are. So you PDR guys, that again, there's some hail here, so there's probably some dents, at least a couple of them. But we had two different storms. We had one that came in, really intensified right here on the west side of Orlando, raced across. We actually had a couple reports of golf ball size hail as it did so. Tried to weaken just a tad as it went through a cycle, and then took back off again as it went off to the north and east here. Same thing, we had showers that developed way down here to the south and east. Again, right as they got to Orlando, boom, they just took off again. But this one didn't last too long and then kind of weakened. Had some rain cooled air in the area as the second storm actually moved through the area. So you can see, you right click on our swath here. We'll jump over here out of the way. You can see we have it marked as isolated hail, so that's something to keep in mind if you're actually looking at our maps. Isolated hail means not a lot of hail. There was up to golf ball size hail, but it may have only been a couple of chunks that actually came down. So we try to show that as best as we can. But a lot of houses in that area for sure. Let's go take a look at a couple of the other storms, some of the other key ones, if I can zoom in and out the right way. This Daytona storm was really kind of interesting here. So really came, flying off here. Was a north split, so you had a storm that was coming out and it went like this. And so the north split raced off to the north really fast. In fact, the hail time on this particular storm, really short, didn't last very long at all. In fact, we went live before it moved into Daytona, and within 5-10 minutes, it was all the way across and out into the ocean. But these north splits, they have a tendency to drop a little bit more volume of hail. And this volume looked like it was probably still more quarter size hail, but it had more. It wasn't a whole lot of just rain with 1 or 2 chunks of hail. So looks like this might be the little better storm of the day for Florida. But just race right across here, dropping hail. So again, an interesting storm there. We can right click on that one to get some of the details here. So you can see, again, a lot of houses in this area. So 15,000 houses affected in our red swath here. Again, hail up to 2 inch in diameter. The bigger hail was more isolated. The smaller hail, the yellow stuff, not quite as isolated. There was a little bit more of that. But the red, again, isolated. There wasn't a whole lot of 2 inch hail that actually came down with that particular storm. And I think the last one that was kind of interesting, let's zoom all the way in there. The last one that was definitely kind of interesting was this. This is also a north split up here in Jacksonville, Florida. Actually went right over the National Weather Service, so we had confirmed reports of an actually high volume of hail on this one. So, excuse me. So this one actually dropped a pretty decent amount of golf ball size hail as it moved through Florida here, or Jacksonville, the north side of Jacksonville. So this one was, again, a north split, came across, split off of another storm. Those have a tendency, again, to produce more hail and sometimes larger hail as well, especially than what radar can actually depict. But that north split came off, dropped its hail, and then actually weakened as it moved out. If we look at the details of this particular swath here, you can see a lot of houses, they're kind of spread out. This was a really long swath, but 22,000 houses in that golf ball. Notice we don't have the isolated checked off on this one, but it was racing. So again, 3 to 4 minute hail time is about all you're going to get out of it, but at least a little bit better on the volume side, so that can always help. So anyway, guys, that's what I got for you today. So hope you enjoyed the forecast. Again, if you have any questions on maps, anything at all, we're here. We've got our team of meteorologists here. We're here to help train and help you guys go out and be successful in the field. That's our goal. And so if there's any questions, anything we can do, please feel free to reach out to us. Our number is 855-334-4245. or you can actually reach out to us at info@hailtrace.com. So look forward to catching up with you guys on Facebook, in the chat, in our website, on Intercom on our website. We look forward to talking with you, and if there's anything we can do for you, please let us know. Have a great day.